I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Next up, consider.
Sorry, there's
Yep.
no minutes.
Okay. So no consideration of the public meeting minutes. The consent agenda, please.
All right. I'm not sharing up on the screen. If that's okay with you all.
Here we go. Oh boy. All right, I make a motion to approve the consent agenda for June 18th, 26. Accounts payable payment manifest dated June 18th, 26. Payroll payment manifest dated June 18th, 26. 5-year review and approval, map lot number 223-013, veterans credits. Denial of 2025 abatement request for map lot number 203-081. Denial of 2025 abatement request for map lot number 203-174. Denial of 2025 abatement request for map lot number 203-176. Denial of 2026 abatement request for map lot number 203-166. Denial of 2025 abatement request for map lot number 103-019. Denial of 2025 abatement request for map lot number 105-019 and 106-012. Approval of 2025 abatement request for map lot number 112-083 in the amount of $69.75. Approval of 2025 abatement request for map lot number 102-002 in the amount of $551.41. Approval of 2025 abatement request for map lot number 102-027 in the amount of $1,908.20. Approval of updated charitable exemption for Upward Bound Youth Development LLC map lot numbers 224-024, 224-025, 224-026. Gravel pit on map lot number 225-005. Approval of exemption. Approval of intent to excavate 26-059-02-E. Approval of report exemption of intent 25-059-01-E. Gravel pit on map lot number 208-003. Approval of exemption. Approval of intent to excavate 26-059-03-E. Approval of report exemption on intent 25-059-02-E. Removal of elderly exemption for map lot number 110-081 as it no longer qualifies. Administrative abatement for map lot number 102-001-032 in the amount of $94.71. Accounts payable ACH manifest Harper's dated June 18th, 26.
All right, is there a second?
Second.
Second by Scott. Any items you want to discuss?
I would point out on your,
Yep.
so the gravel pits, there has been some debates going back and forth. We've been told by the Department of Revenue that they had to have certain things, and that's when we told you to deny them.
Yep.
So what we're now finding is that should any of these gravel pits excavate more than 1,000 yards or change ownership, then the new rules apply. So we have an exemption memo for you to sign saying that we're giving them an exemption as grandfathered pits, unless these circumstances change. And then they didn't excavate more than 1,000 yards, so that's the report exemption, and then the new intent for them, so. Those are the ones I figured I'd point out, but if you have other questions, let me know.
Any other items?
Well, so in the memo, it says,
Oh, there's one more,
it
sorry.
details out those exemptions. I
So
mean, those details, like 1,000 yards?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, okay.
it says if the volume of gravel removed exceeds 1,000 cubic yards in any calendar year, or the property is sold, the property owner will be required to apply.
In a calendar year?
Yes.
So 1,000 yards, so how many years is it good for the gravel pit?
The gravel pit is grandfathered because it's been there as long as it has. So it's a year that they
So
have to
every
do
year, the
intent.
1,000, so right now, there's not a,
We may have to do this exception every year.
okay, so there's no practical limit, really,
Right.
is, right, from that perspective, unless
No.
it changes hands, or they do more than 1,000 yards.
Yeah,
in a
so
year.
there,
Okay.
1,000, up to 1,000, so 999 and below cubic yards is exempt. It doesn't have to pay gravel tax.
Okay.
But if they go over 1,000, they get they'll get a tax bill, so.
That's 66 truckloads.
Yeah.
That's what I just got, yeah, exactly, there you go.
Triaxles. Triaxles.
Yeah, yeah, and what, 18 apiece, right?
I did 15.
Okay, I'm gonna 15. Yeah, I get you.
All right.
The other one I'll point out, I forgot, was the Upward Bound Youth Development. They
Yes.
filed their appropriate paperwork, they have provided proof that they're in good standing. They have changed their advertising, because they do say they do not exclude any part of the property, with the nonprofits. And so, the assessors, recommended that we put them back on.
Okay. I also had seen somewhere, I had seen an announcement that it was weird. Maybe that has changed, or maybe it's not gonna be, but the church that was in the old Dollar Building was supposed to, had claimed to be moving there.
Yeah, they're in there.
Yeah.
They're in there?
Yeah.
They might be leasing it or renting it, or,
I don't know how that affects this. I think churches are exempt, but we may want to pull this off and just make sure that,
yeah, I think so.
yeah,
Are they renting it to them?
yeah, that's a problem if they're renting it.
You're talking about the
You can't,
old Family Dollar place?
no, they're
That
all
church went to,
upward to this property. We may want to just pull this off and I'll put it back on if we find
Okay, I'd
out.
like, a amendment to pull that off.
I'll make a motion to amend the consent agenda to pull.
Well, we didn't vote
Well, you did motion and
You
second.
motioned.
You
yeah,
motion,
but
then
I
I-
need to review.
You
my
can
motion.
either, no, that's
Yeah.
fine, we'll,
Just
we'll,
amend it.
Amend the motion, right.
yeah.
Yeah, just,
All right.
And then pass it.
So,
This is a
Which
consent
one are we
agenda
talking?
minus
Which-
that.
Number 13.
13. All right. I make a motion to amend my motion to remove approval of updated charitable exemption for, no, Upward Bound?
Yes,
Yep,
that's
Youth
what they call it, I
development.
don't know.
Okay.
that's the name of the.
LLC map lot numbers 224-024,
And
224-025, 224-026.
does your second
I'll
concur? No, the
Oh, I'm
original.
sorry,
Yes.
oh, pardon me, yes, oh, because I, yeah, okay,
I
good.
concur or second.
Okay,
If we could just go back to the gravel pit for one quick second.
Yep,
So if it's roughly 60 loads, 60, 65, whatever it ends up being, right? Who monitors that? Self-monitoring, we need them to report?
it's self-monitoring, they have to report, but the Department of Revenue can go out and check. They don't check loads, they check
area.
areas,
yeah, okay.
yeah, they check and see what was excavated out of a pit. And they can look at the areas, and that's how they do it. We don't check it, though.
So if they're doing an aerial photo, they can't really judge depth, they can only judge disturbed
No, they
area.
come out.
No, they,
Oh, they'll come out?
They'll come
Okay,
out.
all right, good deal,
Yeah.
just, I didn't know if there was something.
When
we were
Mary
supposed to do.
Pinkham Langer was there, we had her out a few times to come in person, and in Groton, we had her once, and she was peeking through trees.
Is that something we should request it periodically?
If we think someone's violating it, yeah.
Well, I guess what I'm saying, 60 loads is not a lot of truckloads.
You're not getting, so one of these, so one of these pits really isn't taking much out of it.
Okay.
Gilpatrick.
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing, but the other, so the other one is not in Bristol, is
Right.
what people might be thinking of. That one, we have no control over. They are probably taking more out of that
Yeah.
one.
Yeah,
But this one is,
just behind the house.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
listen,
don't
I'm
think
not,
they're-
I'm not looking to go create, I'm just thinking process-wise. That's
Yeah.
all, right? Like not, I'm not saying anybody's doing anything
Have
wrong.
we
I didn't know
seen-
if we should know by process go, you know what? At the eighth month mark of the year, since we have to renew this every year, we have DRA go and
Double check. yeah.
double check the thing. Because if it's this way in perpetuity and it's 60 loads a year,
We have no way of knowing, well,
I mean, they
it
can,
doesn't sound like we're the responsible parties to know. It
it's
sounds like.
very, it's,
Hmm.
we're not the enforcement mechanism though.
Oh,
If they-
DRA is.
Right. If they do something.
is there a doomage for yield tax?
There is.
For gravel tax?
There is.
Yeah.
But I don't, like with, doomage for timber is 2 times, I
It's
think
2 times
gravel
the
was
assessment.
bigger.
Yeah.
I think
So
I'm
we
almost
can get
thinking
the
4,
pay.
but don't quote
All,
me on that.
all I'm saying, it doesn't sound like we're the responsible party, and we have a threshold that seems low for what's capable. I didn't know if we should have a regular process that says that this many months in, we ask them to, hey, please go double check the thing that you control.
So periodically, towns will get a,
Say.
report of timber cut that just doesn't look right.
Hmm.
And we're,
Round numbers,
So it's the same way, so
very
it's,
small volumes based on acreage, that sort of thing. The town doesn't do any investigation on that, but the town would call DRA and
so it's the
say,
same
we
kind of
have-
form?
Yep, we have concerns
Ah,
about this.
I'm not sure of the mechanisms that sort of kick
Yeah.
off. who does
So,
it.
at some point, if we have a concern that there never seems to be more than 1,000,
sorry.
more than 1,000 yards.
Yeah.
Maybe
Okay.
that is worth a call.
All good, I'm good. All right, sorry, there you go.
I
All
don't-
right,
it doesn't say doomage on intent to excavates, but it looks like they have to file a supplemental report,
Yeah,
so.
all right. All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed? Abstentions? That's 5-0.
Mr. Chair, can we readjust the?
Yep,
Okay.
absolutely. Chris, have a seat.
Careful, it's hot.
Wait, we gotta get the light up.
Beach update, right?
Yeah, I did, so what I did was I put, your beach ordinance in there, cause I wasn't sure if Chris was gonna be able to come tonight. I also have all these notes about things.
Okay.
I figured, things we want people to understand, if anybody's watching, for
Yeah.
one. And then, some concerns that we've had at the beach. So I will just start with a couple of quick things. One was, I want the public to know that we do educate them from Memorial Day to June 15th. After that, though, the PD is definitely supporting the beach attendants can write tickets. And if they will be, and we want to make sure people understand that tickets will be addressed through the court process if necessary going forward. And I'll just say one more, don't take it out on the beach attendants. If they write a ticket and you want to talk to someone, talk to the police department about it. But we really hope you go get a permit, and thank you for getting your permits ahead of time. I have other stuff I can add later, but I figured we would
Yeah.
make Chris listen to me. So.
Chris, what's been your the department's recent
So
we,
interactions and.
we,
We met with the beach attendants. We requested with Deb, through Deb, that we meet with the beach attendants before the season started, which Deb had brought up that they were already doing an orientation, so that worked out well anyway. So we came in, Kirsten and I on a Saturday, met with them to talk about the process of writing tickets. And that if you write a ticket, it could end up going to court because we are now going forward with that. We found a lot of tickets in town. We're not paid within the time frame. We'd send letters out, but then by the time we were doing anything about it, the statute of limitations had actually already expired. So essentially that ticket is voided out at this point. So we came up with a process that would speed that up a whole lot faster. So we send a letter out. If the ticket is not paid, we send a letter out to them. We don't hear back from them. We send a certified letter out to them. If we do not hear back at that point, then we are issuing them summonses to appear in court. That's when the person who wrote the ticket may have to appear in court if that were to go to a trial.
Yeah.
Each time you don't pay the parking ticket, there's an additional fee added on to the parking ticket. So we spoke with them about that. They were all set with that. So this year, so far, I mean, it's been a pretty slow go at the beach. The weather's not the greatest, so we have not had really anything to do with tickets. We have had a couple written, but no complaints or anything brought in to us so far.
We have to knock on wood. We have to
Yeah, right.
Say something.
Right.
I would assume though, after today, that'll all change because today's school's out.
Right.
So that's the start. We did have a juvenile drowning kind of at the beach. Luckily, his friends were there and were able to locate him under the water and bring him
This
up.
was at the beach?
Yeah.
Didn't it get reported, like, South Main, or?
No, that was all messed up. We had pursuit at the same time. We had
Right.
two calls going on at the
Okay,
same
right,
time.
right.
So
I-
yeah,
I-
that was being reported as being on South Main Street.
Right.
It was not.
Right.
We had a pursuit on South Main Street.
I know, I remember saying to Patty, well, they're busy tonight.
Yeah.
So,
So
kid was okay.
the kid ended up being okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very lucky that the the buddies that were there were able to assist him.
Which beach?
Avery.
We also had an incident that there was a hook attached to the swim line at Avery, and we think it got stuck. Somebody's must have been fishing, got stuck, but it was I don't know the technical term, but Ben
Treble.
keeps telling me treble hook. So it was a 3-prong hook got stuck in
Did
the
somebody-
top of the foot.
Oh, okay.
And they
Yeah.
couldn't get it out, couldn't get unhooked from the line, and luckily
Yeah.
the young lady was a good swimmer, and her brother came out to help her and was able to get the line off. She had to have surgery to
Oof.
get it out of her foot though,
Yeah.
so.
Ouch.
That we're assuming, this is a complete assumption,
Yeah.
that most likely came from the fishermen that are out on the water,
Right.
casting
Casting close
in
to
there.
shore. Yeah,
And I would assume went too close and got it tangled up.
yeah. Be nice of them to pull it up.
I was just gonna say,
They know it
most
didn't go
fishermen,
bad.
I would assume
Yeah.
would, not want to lose whatever they have
Right.
attached to it, but would unattach it, but.
Did we was there a couple of early incidences of disturbance, or is there something about the dock, or somebody wasn't leaving the docks?
Oh, yes. We didn't even talk about that one. Somebody wasn't leaving the docks that had a dog too, I think. They refused to leave, but so Silver Shore's dock, people have to understand, is a private dock.
Right.
It is a court-ordered agreement for the moorings to be where they are and for the dock to be where it is. And they refused to leave the dock, so the police had to come out. Silver Shores had asked them to leave and they wouldn't leave, so I don't know.
So, yeah, in a case like that, it's really nothing that the attendant can do.
No. That would be, on the dock would be no it would be a trespassing issue. In the water would be a nothing issue.
Yeah.
For the state.
Yeah, okay.
Which we usually run into that a couple times a year of arguments over water, who owns it, but the state owns it.
That's,
That's almost old hat now, I think, right? I mean,
I wish it was.
it-
Somebody pushes it every year.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess,
We've had I won't say altercations, that's the wrong word. We've had verbal disagreements between claiming the water, they're trespassing in front of my beach when they're going out through the water. So we've had that happen.
Yeah, we had an arrest last year over a fist fight in the water.
Jeez.
Well, just because they own, the few that own those couple pieces of beachfront,
Yeah.
doesn't mean they own anything into the water.
Technically, on Avery Krause, the only people who own
Right.
are Turners, technically. The others, we own, and they have exclusive rights to use,
Right, because of some agreement back in the day.
yes, back in the day, so they don't
And
get.
Swiss View owns the corner,
So,
yeah.
so those people have exclusive rights to use those sections, but they're not paying a water.
But it's the age-old, beachfront,
Yeah,
lakefront, no fishing near my dock.
yeah,
Yes,
So
that's what.
that's not the law.
no,
What we had was metal detector people that last year went around the shore
Yeah,
of the lake, and that's what the issue was metal detecting what people thought were their land,
Right.
but it was in the
in
water.
the water, right.
oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess there'll always be a New England. I mean, I guess, listen, for all of the stories that I've heard, Chris, I guess what I'm trying to understand is from your perspective. We've heard different things where, as Christina was so delicately trying to say to everybody, from a public perspective, the beach attendants are down there professionally to help us. They may issue a ticket or whatever, and they get into sort of a back and forth with somebody, right?
We've told them don't get into the back and forth.
the beach attendant.
Yeah. To,
Right, but so they're issuing a ticket. I guess what I'd love to understand is from your perspective, what's your guidance to the department around how to support the beach attendants and the residents in that scenario, right? Like, you guys are our arm for obviously enforcing the law and keeping the peace.
Yeah, so we
Your
go down.
lives are always easy in that regard, right?
We go down, in the meeting we had, we told them, do not get into an argument with them. If there's an argument, if you're leaving a ticket, leave the ticket on the car, just walk away, contact us, we'll come down there and deal with it. If it gets to a point that the vehicle needs to be removed, we do the removing of the
There you
vehicle, not them. They just write the ticket, leave the ticket, and then if they have any questions, concerns, disagreements whatsoever, they come to us. The beach attendants don't void or remove tickets or anything. They can come to us. We have a form that's filled out, usually a couple times a year. There's a legit reason for whatever it is.
Yeah, okay,
We end up voiding it. Last week, the school reached out to us. They had German foreign exchange student. His parents were here, and they went to the beach. They don't read English very well to begin, or speak English very well to begin with, they said, but they didn't read any of the signs. They thought that they were at the town beach enjoying it. They got a parking ticket.
Yeah.
We ended up voiding that
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
There was nobody down there.
Yeah.
So that was
Okay.
a legit reason. It wasn't purposeful.
I guess I'm assuming you look at the patrolling differently in the summertime. You know what I mean? I guess it's just those kinds of things. I think we want the public to understand sort of the position you guys are taking with the public.
Yeah.
All of
So
us.
I've asked the weekend guys if they drive down there and you see the beach attendant, stop in,
check.
just say
Okay.
hi.
Awesome.
I, during the week, usually go through there once or twice a week. So during the midweek, our guys are going down there too, but I haven't asked them to check in because I usually do it anyways.
Awesome. Thank you. Now, listen, at the end of the day, I think in particular about our desire to have this conversation during one of the meetings is really twofold. Number one, to give you an opportunity to really explain to the public
Yeah.
how you look at keeping everybody safe down there, right? That means the attendance and the phone, so I think it's a good thing, so thank you for going through all that.
I think the biggest problem on an educational piece for the public is Alexandria residents
Yeah.
either think, feel, or misunderstand what the beach is. A lot of times it comes down to them thinking that they get a beach pass, or they're told, you move to Alexandria, you're told you get a beach pass. They think it's that beach. It's Wellington, but you have to go to the town office there and get that beach pass still too. So,
Also, when Wellington fills up,
yes.
They get sent.
Cummings and Avery get a
Yeah.
lot of overflow, and then you're dealing with.
We haven't been dealing with that as much since
Okay.
Wellington's kind of turned to, it's been many years now that you have to get make reservations.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
But before that, COVID, like just before COVID, they would sell out at 10 o'clock in the morning, and then everybody would just go to our beaches. Then word got out that our parking tickets were cheaper to go to the town beach than it was to go to Wellington, so we then upped the parking tickets to more. Now you write a parking ticket though to somebody from Alexandria, and now they're not happy because the parking ticket is not a cheap parking ticket.
All fair, awesome.
Yeah.
I remember the post. So when you guys are patrolling Wellington, the boat, right, you're just doing the boat launch, or are you patrolling the parking area?
We don't really go into the parking area unless they ask us to. We usually just do a drive through there, down by the boat launch and
Because a
around.
couple weeks ago, someone posted a picture. There was a vehicle with a trailer and personal watercraft parked blocking like 2 or 3 handicap spots.
So
And
technically,
that's the post that says, well, where's the PD?
so technically,
Probably Alexandria,
I was gonna say.
no, it is Bristol, but technically that is all fish and game.
Yeah.
We have assisted fish and game with all that, but this is a big battle.
right?
Is Fish and Game put that boat ramp in, and they said, this will be no burden to the town of Bristol for us doing this. They had Fish and Game officers there on the weekend. Now it's probably been 4-ish years that
So-
they've decided they're not gonna pay for Fish and Game to be there
Yeah,
anymore.
I don't remember seeing them.
So the incident was at the beach parking. So as soon as you get into the beach, there was, like, the parking area is right on your left, is the way I understood the post. So not down at the boat.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
So for on that, I mean, they usually call us, cause it's not a very great relationship between the park and the boat ramp either, so they usually call us immediately, unless they gave somebody permission to be there,
Yeah.
would be my guess.
So that parking lot is in Bristol technically because.
The only thing in Alexandria is the house.
The house and across the road.
Well,
Because of the way the straight line goes
Yeah.
up the
Yeah.
water line.
Yeah.
Yeah, Wellington.
The whole beach,
Bristol,
the whole beach is in Bristol.
But we don't get free tickets.
Yeah.
So, one of the things that we were,
Oh, that's interesting.
yeah, we were talking about earlier, and thank you for I thank you for the training you did with the folks, the beach tenants, thank you. One of the things that came up was, and I also appreciate you talking about stopping in and talking with them. I've been trying to do that myself just lately, since we had a conversation about it at the last meeting. And you're right, it has been a little bit slowish to start off. But, we just want to make sure that, like, the beach attendants know that you got their back, right? You're their big brothers, you got their back when, it's a very weird, I've talked a lot with Emma about it. It's a weird job. Half the time you're there, you're bored out of your mind, or you're reading, you take a look around, go walk up and down. The other half, you're there, it's bedlam. And it's crazy busy, and you're telling people, the rules and stuff like that. So there are days where, you don't run into anything, and then there are these crazy days where, the whole day has been insane.
It puts on, it's always been a weird thing for us too, kind of for the same thing, is that under us, but they're not under us too.
Yeah.
And I think Deb does a phenomenal job, not saying that she shouldn't be in charge of them, but they're writing tickets for us,
Right.
but they're also not our employees. Harold was the same thing for a while. He's in our budget, kind of under us, kind of out under the town office, so then there was back and forth of who's in charge of him. He then became pretty much just our employee. And I'm not saying that the beach attendants should, because there's other things they do, they rake and they've got other stuff too.
Right.
But the enforcement piece, which I think is why it was important for the meeting, so that everybody's kind of on the same page
Exactly.
of.
Yeah.
So we actually did up like a whole, not pamphlet, but like a folder with the whole layout of how to handle everything.
Glad I checked my phone.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, I didn't know if you had something to add. Anything else to add, Christina?
Well, I bet Beth, don't tell her that I called her that. Deb and I met this afternoon just for some key points for the public as well. No dogs on the beach, that's especially during the beach season, but if you are walking your dog by the beach, please clean up after your dog. What we're finding is people are leaving their potty bags thinking that the beach attendants are gonna be taking care of them.
That's
They
a town-wide thing too, I
It's
think.
town, it is.
I've seen them in
Yes.
downtown, like that's where you decided to leave that?
I know.
Yeah, that's crazy.
We also wanted to say that, we've kind of had this discussion with the chief. We've been working in conjunction with the PD to make sure beaches are safe and our ordinances are followed. There's a reason that we put those ordinances in, so we want to make sure if people could take a minute and look at the rules if you haven't looked at them, so you know you're following them. And be respectful. I mean, it takes, one of the things we talked about was it takes a village, so I understand some of the people that are coming are visitors, but it doesn't take much to be respectful.
I've also been trying to, there's a few times on the group, the Facebook group, so I've tried to, because people will say, oh, the town shut off the beach, it's not available unless you're a resident. I'm like, well, no, it's available if you're a resident and a taxpayer, or you have someplace to park your vehicle.
Right, yeah.
And we're not keeping you off the beach, we just limited
So parking, it's
Right.
spaces.
So if you want to park and walk, you can do that. People have been doing that. And then I also remind people, if you want to go after 5, have it, have at it. It's
Also, I mean, we did really work hard to expand the permits
Yep.
too, so that
Yep.
households could have, it isn't just limited to 2, you could get a transferable permit,
Right.
So we tried to work with people as much as possible. The town clerk's office has reported that they've been very busy with beach permits, so I'm hoping that helps out some, but.
Yeah.
Chris, one more quick thing, if we go back to tickets for a second. Because they may need to go to court, if
beach sticker.
Yeah.
the whole code officer thing, does that make more sense? And what I mean by that is maybe do they have to, if they have to write a bunch of tickets during the day, do they need to maybe write your guys a report?
They are, so in that
Right, so
meeting.
like process-wise, and then that enables you.
We have a
to take-
form now for them to fill out when they write it, that gives the gist, 'cause we said that you could be going to court next December
Well,
with it
that's
and have no idea what had taken place, so we're
Where's
taking
the-
pictures, we told them to take pictures, if they can try and get a picture all the way around the
Yeah.
vehicle, but especially the license plate, the parking spot, and that there was no
Alright, there you go.
placard. They're emailing the pictures to us, and they're submitting, the form that we
Awesome,
followed.
there you go,
Just
yeah,
on it.
okay.
Yeah,
I would
That way you
just
guys
correct-
don't get left holding the
Yeah,
bag, so to
yeah.
speak, where you're like, I got nothing.
yeah.
I just want to correct my words. So I said beach sticker, it really isn't a beach sticker, it is a parking permit. It gives you permission to park at the beach at Cummings, or it gives you permission to park at Ava Kraus, the 2 beaches that we have. So I did say that wrong, Dawn, thank you. So,
We met, Deb, Christina and I met earlier this week or last week.
I don't know, they're all blending.
Yeah. We're gonna, after this meeting, we're just waiting, so for tomorrow, we're gonna put out a Facebook thing, essentially like the key violations that happen and kind of outlining everything that needs to happen as we come into now what will be the busy time. Hopefully that'll get rid of some of it, but I mean, it will, not everybody will read it, or the people that read it won't always care.
Yeah, but listen, you're never gonna keep everybody happy.
Yeah.
But it is about consistency
Yeah.
and being transparent.
Yeah.
You can program, we talked about
Yeah,
that too, so
yeah.
you may wanna program it to go a month from now, and because that, it is gonna be busy. or
Yeah.
I'd
season,
say every
so-
week.
Yeah, really.
Serious.
Because there's new
Because
people that
you
join the
can.
group every
Yeah.
day, every week.
Yeah. And I can share your posts too,
Yep.
or Kate can, one of us can share your posts as well, so.
Yeah, and every week or two, you've got all the camp turnovers and.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The rentals.
The
yeah.
rentals and the camps, yeah. Great, Chris. Sorry.
Sorry. Do you have any problem with residents using the parking for things other than the beach? Is that
We
a-
can't,
Yeah.
yes. we
It is a
can.
thing on Avery Cross
We would need
especially.
different ordinances for it, and that's, yes, they,
Avery Cross is probably the bigger
Yeah,
problem,
but they have a beach,
as long as.
Permit.
parking permit, yeah.
And last year, we had a very upset person who was at the restaurant and didn't read the signs and got a ticket.
well, that's another thing that we're gonna put on the Facebook post is, none of those spots are owned by the Big Catch. The Big
Right.
Catch owns spots, but none of the spots on the road.
They still need a permit.
They still need a permit. That is
Before
always,
five-
the
before
last
5
two
o'clock.
spots are always a
I would
problem.
be careful and say before 6. Some people work, do they work till 5:30?
So are we saying there's no enforcement
Does it say?
after 5 or 5:30? Are we saying there's a time when
Yeah.
it'll
Yes.
never be enforced?
It says the beach is open 7 AM to 11 PM, no parking technically from 11 PM to 7 AM.
Yeah, so they can't park
But
overnight there,
They can't park overnight.
but they get up at 5 in the
We
morning.
don't enforce the parking permit, pass permit.
Yeah.
After
Yeah.
6 o'clock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And at 11 o'clock, the beaches themselves are completely
But
closed.
do we, and I hate to be so obtuse here, but do we reserve the right to enforce it after
Well,
that?
so I guess I'm about to go where you're going.
Well, there's
Right,
nothing
like-
in the ordinance that says that we can't.
They just
Right,
be
so-
public
We
parking.
just don't have beach attendants.
Right, so I would probably refrain from saying you have it until a certain time. Just-
That's correct.
So you can't park there
If,
for that.
if it's open until 11, if we have a beach attendant, the beach attendant's on until 5. But if somebody calls and somebody's out there, and you guys are down there, and you feel the need to, because it's causing a problem. you
I
gotta
actually
still-
learned it. I believe it says the parking is until 6 o'clock, so after 6 o'clock,
Okay.
I would say that that's public parking. I'd have to reread it again, but I believe it's public
We have to
parking.
look at
It says.
we have to look at our ordinance.
Okay, all right, cool. Yeah, so, yeah. Just from a consistency perspective.
Yeah.
That way you guys have maximum capability,
Yep.
right?
I don't see anything about 5 or 6 o'clock.
Yeah, it doesn't. It says parking by permit for beach patrons only in designated spaces only from Memorial Day to Labor Day.
What do the signs say?
The signs match this now, because you know how many times we had to order those signs?
Interesting. Okay.
The
we'll,
signs should match this now, but we probably should just make sure. But I don't see
No.
a limit. I think it's just been
Because
practice.
the beach tents are done.
Well, yeah, those are the hours that the beach attendants are
Yeah.
there.
I think we would have to educate the public heavily because
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
definitely been
And I'm not suggesting that we enforce that, but.
Yeah.
Yeah, if there's
Your back pocket, if you-
a
Yeah.
plethora
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
spots,
Yeah.
but.
Yeah, if there's
But-
plenty of room, it's not about
Right.
going to write a ticket for the
Well,
sake.
you
It's
can-
more like if you have
Yeah.
trouble
Yeah,
and there's difficulty down there,
Yeah.
you have a mechanism.
yeah.
That's it.
One other thing down there for the public to be reminded that we put in our post is no beach equipment can be left on the beach overnight
Correct.
either. So you cannot leave your chairs overnight, which has
Save
been,
your spot.
yeah, that's been a problem in the past. Yeah.
Do we have a time limit on unattended?
We,
It's not overnight, I think it's,
I thought we used to.
No, I think we changed
we
it.
changed
Oh, no,
it.
we did,
We did.
people would leave them all day.
They'd be out there first thing in the morning.
Yeah,
they'd go
yeah,
out and set
we
up
did.
their spots.
Isn't it like
and then
2
they wouldn't
hours?
get
We
there
did
until-
have a
Yeah.
time limit, but we did take it out, I think, because it became very hard to enforce if you, it was like you had to have the meter maid sting to tick
Yeah.
their stuff or
Yeah.
something, but it does say, furniture or other personal property that is left overnight or unattended on town beaches will be removed by the beach at the discretion of the beach
Right,
attendant.
or unattended.
Unattended,
That
That
doesn't
we-
say
we-
you can't move someone else's stuff.
no.
Right, we've had that debate down there, that people have gone there and picked their stuff, people have done it, picked their stuff up, and then we got called and said,
Yeah.
there's really no
You don't
crime
own it,
that's
you left
being
it.
committed, they didn't steal it, they just
It's like a
moved it
bandit.
to here.
Yeah.
I think the standard practice, and I'd have to follow up with Deb because I can't remember for sure, is that if they do remove something from the beach, it goes to the, we call it the coffin. It stays at the coffin during the day and then it goes to the
The
police
highway,
department.
yeah, the police or highway, yeah.
Yeah, so they can pick up their
Okay,
stuff.
no, I get it.
It is called a coffin for some
It's
reason.
all good.
I can't tell you how many times I've gotten the call, like, on a Sunday, Dad, can you come down and pick up this dead fish that's in the...
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Take it to the transfer station, I'm like,
Oh my
all right.
God, they literally.
Really warm,
Fireworks.
midsummer.
Yeah,
I was set up by the coffin
It's
on
not sushi.
fireworks last
Yeah.
year, and I'm like, what the heck is that smell?
yeah.
And then I was spraying sunscreen on the coffin to kill the smell. And I'm like, I had to have somebody help me move my tent because I couldn't take it.
Get pretty
It was
bad.
so bad.
All right, anything else? Thank you, Chris.
Yeah,
And
you're welcome.
I look forward to a lot of good cooperation down there
Yeah.
this summer.
Hey, chief, seriously, thank you.
Yeah.
Like, it's a
You're
big,
welcome.
leadership is a big deal.
You're welcome.
So, yeah, we really appreciate it. Serious.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks.
Thanks.
We'll talk to you later.
Page 2.
What I do?
Page 2 you missed.
Page 2 is.
Yes.
Yeah, the stickers are on top of each other, there's 3 sets.
Oh.
That's my fault. I put the stickers on, sorry.
All right, King Arthur Lane?
Yeah,
I'm gonna recuse myself, I think, because I live
Is
right
that
around
the
the corner.
dumpster issue again?
Do you
no.
want me to go sit over there, Sean?
No, you're good.
Okay.
All right, so in the folders under 05A, I kind of broke it down a little, I wrote something up for you. This is an enforcement issue. The pictures do not really show, but it is caved in.
It is.
Oh, yeah.
I
I
can
just drove by this the other
attest.
day, I saw that.
Yeah.
I walk by there often. I can attest.
Yeah, so we've been in contact, we followed our steps. Originally, we ordered them to cover the cellar hole because it was open years ago. And they did, they know that they covered it.
They decked it, yeah.
And, but they haven't done anything since. So now it has caved in. We've spoken with the town's attorney because we've reached our final steps with them, and they haven't responded to us at all. They've talked to Morrison Construction, who talked to us, and then they stopped talking to Morrison Construction too, apparently. So in your folders, also under letter C, oh, I don't know why I skipped letter B, but letter C and D, there's the copy of the order and the registry notice. You don't have to sign anything, but you do have to vote on it. The order gets filed with the court, lien holders, and then provided, and then the notice, it does say that they will be responsible for attorney costs. Any costs incurred by the town that week if we had to enforce the lien, or if we had to if we had to fix it, because they didn't, they would incur those costs as well. And then the registry notice will be reported with Grafton County Registry of Deeds. So the only thing you need to do, unless you have more questions, is motion to authorize the 155B order.
Okay.
Do people pay their taxes?
I can tell you in 2 shakes, but I
I
believe
wonder if they're
so.
like,
How do you go that many years on it and do nothing on an asset like that, just have it depreciate?
Yeah, especially there.
Yeah,
We did get a second call this week from the association. They called and we
Yeah.
let them know where we were at.
Oh.
Good.
Yeah.
why don't I see?
I remember from planning board years ago that they actually purchased property to make that not conforming, but more conforming. The lot behind them was a long lot, so they purchased some of the property from that lot and did a lot line adjustment. So, and then put the deck on it, put tarps over it, and haven't done anything since.
Yeah.
So it's collapsed pretty well.
I'll tell you.
I'll make a motion to approve the
155B order.
the 150,
Authorizing.
authorized to move the RSA 155B order at 59 King Island.
Second.
Okay, any further discussion? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed? Abstentions? That's 5-0. 4-0.
4-0.
Sorry, 4-0 and 1 abstention.
Yes, sir.
They do owe taxes, but it's just this current bill. That's it.
So they're getting their mail.
Yep. Yeah, they did, because they did reach out to the construction company when they got the first letter, so. All right, we will move forward with that. You want me to keep going, Mr. Chair?
Yep.
The next thing in your folders, I don't have anybody yet who wants to be appointed, but I thought it would be good to announce and also,
Recognize.
letter.
Yes.
Yes, and read the letter that was sent to Max. So Max Stamp did receive this letter. They sent us a copy from the Rivers Management Advisory Committee. He's been on it for, it looks like 15 years, but over 25.
25.
I was gonna say, more than that, he's been on it
Yeah.
longer than I've been here.
Yes, I missed the first column, so I'll read this if you're okay with that.
Yep, please.
Dear Max, I recently learned of your relocation and resulting in your resignation as a representative to the Pemigewasset River Local Advisory Committee. In accepting your resignation, please allow me to express my heartfelt gratitude for your dedication to the Pemigewasset River. Can't talk. Your participation as a committee member for over 25 years, guidance of the committee for 15 years, and devotion to maintaining the water quality of the river as a volunteer river assessment program team leader are contributions that will not be forgotten. I know that your investment of time, energy, and leadership has made a positive difference in the committee's work and that you will be missed. I wish you the very, very best in your future endeavors, which I hope will include a continuing commitment to natural resource conservation and protection of rivers, watershed in your new home. Thank you for making this river a part of your life's work. And that was from the chair of the Pemigewasset River Local Advisory Committee.
Well deserved.
It is well deserved, because Max, he's been the only, there was a time where we had 3 members and then it dropped to 2. And Max has been the only member for many years and now we have no one. So I'm putting a pitch out there. We are allowed to have 3 members on the Pemi River Local Advisory Committee. They meet once a month and they meet in different locations throughout the whole corridor. And you get to chime in on other projects within the corridor as they get to chime in on projects that are in this corridor as well.
Maybe his neighbor wants to do that.
I could email him. I do have one person who may be interested. I just have to go in and download them. There's a manual, if I remember correctly, at DES, so if I can go download that and send it to the one person,
Okay.
I will do that and see. That will come back before this board to appoint somebody if they're willing to join, so.
All right. Well done, Max. Hope they're doing well.
TA report info only, I figured there's a lot of stuff on that, so I'll let you look at it first, see if there's anything you have any questions on.
I should also go back and say, well done, Max and Helga.
Yeah,
she
I know, because she
was an integral part of.
she would come to meetings with
Yeah.
him, so.
Yeah, of that, so,
He'll be missed in the community. too.
absolutely.
They were very involved with the community. Very nice people.
All right.
The traffic count, didn't you already tell us about that?
There's more going out, new ones,
All
so
separate?
separate, yep, these are going out next week.
I have seen the meters, I guess you call them.
Yeah, those are going out in those 2 new locations.
Oh, they were telling us the location.
Yeah, yeah,
So the Henry Whipple House, that's kind of interesting.
yeah,
So they're not gonna do the B and B,
not right away.
but they've got 2 long-term rentals, so they're doing rentals that are greater than 12 months.
Do they have, is it 3, Dawn? Can you remember?
There's-
It's 3 out back
There-
rentals.
There's
Two.
a potential of 3. They
Yeah,
got a variance before we changed the
rules. yeah.
the zoning, the split
Right.
zoning on it, so.
So they have
They
2,
do, I know they have 2, but they
Yeah.
can do 3.
they have 2 long-term renters out back, and
In the
and that changed, it was in the carriage house that changed before these people bought it.
Hmm.
And now they are enjoying the main house with their family, so.
Oh, yeah, that's just interesting. Maybe it's sad to see us lose the capacity of that kind of thing,
Yeah.
especially downtown, but.
They are gonna keep the Whipple House sign up, but they're
Yeah.
gonna take the
Of course.
reservation information down, it's because it was a little confusing for people.
Nice to have the sign though.
Yes,
yeah.
yeah. So-
Yeah, I was curious why they left the sign up, actually.
Yeah.
I don't think they thought of it until we pointed out that it makes it look like you do have a bed and breakfast there still, so.
Yes.
Anything else on the list?
Oh, so the Rite Aid sign's gotta be covered by Friday. So tomorrow morning, it's gotta be covered.
It's by the end of day tomorrow,
So then-
they're on their last order.
What happens if it doesn't happen?
We have to go to the attorney.
Okay.
And the part of the problem with the Rite Aid is it is causing some confusion for people, I think. If you're not from this area and you pull up, you may think there's a store there, but.
I was surprised you didn't put any Jersey berries up yet, because you had the snowbank over the winter.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I guess,
I mean,
did we send them letters? I mean, what?
we did, yes. We have, so the zoning ordinance requires that when a business closes, they have 30 days to either take their sign down. So we probably should have done, well, Rite Aid actually is sold fairly quickly from its closure considering, so. But it's supposed to be covered or removed,
Yeah, yeah,
so.
All right.
okay.
All right, what's going on at Union and Lake Street?
Okay, so, did I put that in here instead?
No, it's in the discussion, sorry,
let
I'm
me go
moving
to-
on.
Okay, I'm going to discussion now. All right,
Yeah, John, stop asking questions.
so, in discussion, the DOT projects are moving forward. DOT is doing, I think there's catch basins there that they're replacing drainage. So Union Street will be closed on the Lake Street end, so people can get out the other way, and then Lake Street and Union Street will be down to 1 lane on, those days as well. So DOT is doing the catch basin repair and replacement.
So we won't have knotweed growing out of them this summer?
Well, if you ever pulled off and hit that one on Union Street,
Yeah.
yeah, I have. But, so Tuesday, 6:23, and Wednesday, 6:24, Lake Street will be 1 lane.
Okay.
And just a reminder for people that the paving project is also starting next week.
Yeah.
That starts on the 25th. That goes from Danforth Brook Road all the way out to the New Hampton Town Line. They're gonna be grinding, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's gonna be 1 lane some days, so heads up ahead of time. I can actually go back to your traffic counters really quick. I can't wait to we can actually see that data.
Yeah.
So I'm really interested in seeing what that data says, so. Because if you sit upstairs and they're going all day, so. I gotta open my right report now, sorry. need some, we didn't seal last week's non-public minutes, so if somebody could do a motion to seal those, that would be great.
Yeah, I'll make a motion to seal the non-public minutes of 6/11/26
And tonight.
indefinitely.
And tonight, might as well.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
oh, okay, and today's the 18th, and the 18th of June, because it may affect adversely the reputation of any person other than a member of his board.
Okay, is there a second?
Second.
Second by this guy.
Done.
Done, thank you.
Yeah, you.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed? 5-0.
In your folders under TA number 3, for the inside scoop, this is your last meeting of the month, so I'll need something before the end of the month. I think it's easier for me. So I included what I wrote from the TA, and I included a suggestion for the select board. So.
That looks good. And the board.
Everybody good with it?
Should we use this opportunity to also remind when our fireworks are?
This is the inside scoop for us. Do you want us to, for the department?
Oh, I see.
This is the inside scoop. This is a message from the board for the inside scoop.
Okay, yeah, okay, no, I'm good, I'm just, yeah.
No, I've got, we do
I'm
need to
thinking
get,
scoop ice cream.
we need to get some more info out on fireworks, so.
Yeah,
we
yeah.
will-
It just, every time I run into somebody, I'm like, hey,
Yeah.
remember, it's the 11th with the reverse rain date of the 10th.
Yeah, we'll make sure we, start programming some things ahead. In the, going forward, if there's something particular that you think should be mentioned, just let, in your, well, you know, from the select board, as we start to do this every month, just let me know and I can base this on something like that, but I figured this was good for the 4th of July.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Number 4, hydrants. All of the hydrants that were previously on the repair list have been repaired or are back in service. So I want to make sure that you're aware of that. Even Crescent Street is back in service, so. Number 5, there are pictures of picnic tables in there. We got these from the, I thought it was interesting they came now, because we've been talking about things. Those are from the Department of Corrections.
Right.
And actually, the price isn't that bad.
No.
They look really good, so
Where are we putting those?
I'm just putting it out there. We talked about Mill
Ones in
Stream.
Mill Street were getting pretty ragged.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
put
yeah.
those back together multiple times,
Yeah.
so Mill
They
Stream.
need to be painted if we're gonna keep them,
Yeah.
if not.
Yeah, and when
Yeah.
you look at the cost of
Department
this.
of Corrections.
County or the state?
Concord.
Yeah,
It's cheaper to do
It's
this.
exactly, cheaper, simpler.
Yeah, they have a,
They usually sell to the public, yes.
they have a
They
store like
store.
across the street.
I've been
You
to
can
this.
buy crafts,
Oh, I haven't been there, no. I've been to
Project-
the
Oh, yeah.
surplus store, I haven't been to.
dog houses and
Yep.
I'm
such.
looking for a picnic table or two.
Yeah.
So this says if we buy more than one, they'll give us a discount as a municipality, so.
All right.
So I don't know if this is, it would have to be something that Victor's crew could pick up for
Yeah.
us. I can reach out to them and see what kind of discount.
If it's okay with them,
Whoa.
we'll trade a,
The
golf
gift
cart
carts are
for-
killing me.
we'll trade a golf cart for a few tables. All right,
And if they, I have a trailer that I'm sure we can.
Oh, we can.
So I'll find out the price and
Yeah.
if we, and when, if we could reserve and when we could pick them up. Are you looking, so I was thinking
One of each?
the handicap might, we've never had a handicap table.
we should have that down there.
Yeah, and then, and then the 4-foot one,
I think we should do one of each.
one of each, so 8-foot and a 4-foot.
And the youth one.
It doesn't say how much the youth ones are though.
Yeah, it does
We can
200.
get one.
No, it says 4-foot tables are 200. It says, It just says children's picnic tables available now for sale, that's all it says.
Are they all pressure treated?
Yes,
Okay.
yeah. I can ask her, I'll ask her pricing. I think the children one will walk away,
Ask,
that's my concern.
Yeah.
but-
Well, if it does, then, well, then I don't put it.
Yep, so,
ask Victor to give us an inventory of what we currently have
yep.
Yeah, there you
That's
go.
a good idea.
and condition.
Yeah. Because like Cummings Beach where there's more room, there's some of the places I'm now thinking, is that a
We
good spot or
had,
not?
we used to have them there with some
Did they approach us?
food.
The-
Yeah, I got an email, I'm on there.
Unsolicited.
We order from them, so,
Okay.
so they did send it to
I'm
us.
just saying, there's someone local that could build us some
Right.
tables.
for this
That's what I was
price.
getting at.
Oh, well, let me know.
Yeah, Steve is building some.
For the same similar price, or?
They're not pressure treated, they're made
Oh.
out of pine, so they take a little bit more.
Yeah.
Well, we could probably ask, he would probably do custom legs
Oh,
for us, if we at least did the
yeah.
legs
Yeah.
pressure treated.
Yeah, that might be an idea to do then.
They're cheap too.
Yeah, we should ask him.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll
He
get an
gave me this-
inventory first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He donated
And
one
it
to the
will-
middle school.
It'll be much easier to get them here than.
Right.
Yeah, so,
Well, and also somebody in town. I mean, I'm not saying that,
Yeah.
but bottom line is, if we can do it for the same,
ours out back is awful, but nobody uses it because it's out back.
Right.
And so it never gets back out of that corner instead of coming up here. So, but it's awful. I wouldn't sit at it anyway, but
Would you guys use it if it was out front?
if it was sanded and you weren't sitting in.
Well, I mean, even if we got a new table. like,
Yeah,
Would
well, and I
would the
was
staff
thinking,
use it?
I don't know, I wouldn't put it over there, but I think leaving it over here,
On the side.
I can ask. So, because I think, sorry, inventory of what we have for tables and conditions. Okay. I did throw a manifest in here. I had to get something taken care of, so I ran it the last minute today. It's an ACH manifest for Harper's time and attendance fee. You did one already, but this one had to be taken care of. So it's if you could motion to approve that, that would be great. And technically you already signed because I left it in the consent folder. Thank you.
I'll make a motion to approve APACH manifest, Hopper's time, 6/18/26.
Second.
Motion and second, any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, abstentions, that's 5-0.
Poverty Plains update, so, this is.
What now?
So we have a Poverty Plains agreement, it's a net metering agreement that we, Paul Beavis had come in and talked to the board and we signed. So this is their project update, last week, Encore Renewable Energy.
I don't have that.
I added it to the TA report. so.
Okay.
Perform their internal inspection for mechanical completion. Encore is finishing up punch list work and expects to declare completion either this week or next. So, I won't read that whole thing, but, if they don't have a firm estimate for when the project will become operational, but they're getting closer. So now they're confirming how to pay us. So we have 13 municipal accounts that are subscribed to Poverty Plains with this agreement. I've got a list of them I asked them for. So once the project becomes operational and starts dispersing quarterly payments, we will start getting a check. So it's a net metering. I can't remember, last time we had net metering, it's been a while because they changed the law, we had to leave, and now we can go back to it. So I was trying to think, it's not a huge amount of money, I think it was like $14,000 for the year, but it is something, so. And the list of account numbers are there. Something's missing from my report. Where did it go? Oh, never mind, I threw it under info only. Did you see the location picture under number 11? We're gonna have a acoustics bat monitoring pole out here for a week. It's from the DOT, the location picture shows you, if there's 3 other locations, Mays Place, and 2 on, state property, and then the one out here. They have to, apparently they have to do the study, and this is for the 10-year plan project, so.
So they're studying whether the what-nose bat is something.
And what kind of
No,
bats?
it's a long-eared bat.
Oh,
Long-eared bat is the, I won't go so far as to say the real problem, but it's the one that they're
Yeah.
looking for. Yeah.
what's it called?
Long-eared bat, it's rare, threat.
Wow, interesting.
Maybe we won't cut our road.
One of our heroes. Yeah.
That's it, I think. I reserve the right to call a Colombo. You weren't here for that.
All right, selectmen items. Scott?
I don't think I have any.
What? All right. John?
No, I'm good. Well, that's a double one.
Don?
Maybe it's trio.
All right. Scott?
All right, I got a big list.
I got
Is
it.
it on a
Somebody
spreadsheet?
needs one.
Is it on a spreadsheet though? Is it on a spreadsheet? Well, I have a spreadsheet here.
Well, I know Sean's got a big list because he got a pad of paper.
I don't have a big list. The tree right out front the window is leaning, and it actually
This way.
can be pulled up right out front that one
Yeah,
window.
I noticed that today.
So just ask Highway to get a couple of stakes in the ground and a couple of supports on that. I can pull it right up, but it wants to go right back, so it just needs some.
Is it a new
Needs a
tree?
year with the road.
It's one of the ones they did when they,
Was?
yeah. It's
I'll-
probably been planted there.
I noticed it today
Yeah.
and I'm like, huh,
I think just all the wet soil is probably an issue.
okay.
Mill Stream, we had talked about, why did I write that? Oh, I think I wrote it because of the picnic tables. I saw the picnic tables the other day, they're pretty rough.
They are.
They're in pretty rough shape. But also, shout out, I guess, and for public knowledge, and it was announced today, the farmer's market this is the last week for the farmer's market,
Yeah.
this Saturday,
At the current location.
at the current location. They are moving to the Bristol Village,
Yeah, maybe.
Village local
Local.
Village
Local
local
kitchen.
kitchen.
I've already
um,
issued their permit. They're all
graciously,
set to go.
agreed to host, and it makes a lot of sense, and there's a lot more room there, so,
Yeah.
awesome.
actually, we might see a fair bit of expansion there, so.
Better parking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, they do have vendors on the waiting list, so
Yep.
you will probably see an expansion.
That's great news, and I appreciate them
I
for
just,
that, and
I just want to remind people, the food vendors do need to come see me differently than the farmer's market,
Okay.
depending on the type of food.
anyone
they're
selling any food has to,
Yeah,
Yeah.
so,
all right. I had mentioned a while back about the Sugar Hill State Forest timber sale that's upcoming.
yeah,
That bid was awarded, it will be cut this winter. There's no exact starting date, but it will be harvested this winter. It will be a conventional operation, which means person with a chainsaw and a skidder. So it won't be a lot of activity. They're only cutting about 10 acres of the forest, but they're doing 10 acres of patch cuts in group selection.
Are they going in and out via where the main trail is?
Yeah, that's the only.
It's good, 'cause I wanna learn where the main trail is, we keep looking.
Yeah, it looks like someone's driveway.
there's two
That's what I'm
spots
saying.
technically, but that you can go in.
Well, they have
They're both-
frontage, there's a
They're both
spot that they have
driveways.
frontage, but they don't have access via that frontage.
Yeah.
Their access is via, well, I take that back. Two spots they have frontage. It looks like it's a right of way through someone's driveway, but it's actually the other way around. The state owns the frontage,
Yeah,
and that house has a right of way to their
Okay.
house. So that'll be a very low
Isn't there-
intensity
there's an
sale.
access off of Cedar, but
Yeah,
it's a
that's not,
driveway also, and
it's
it's
not
not,
usable.
yeah.
So just for people to know, there will be that activity there. One of the oldest state forests in in the state of New Hampshire.
Really?
Sugar Hill State Forest is over 100 years,
Huh.
was donated over 100 years ago
Wow.
by a woman here in town. I'm blanking on the name, but her father is the one who built the building on the square where Beano's is.
Huh.
Bartlett, Mary Bartlett.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
And she, in her will, she willed it to her companion. Her companion donated it with the idea of donating it to the state for recreation for Bristol residents.
Huh.
Yeah. And back in the 30s, and maybe as far as the 40s, there was a
You were at rope tow?
not a rope tow, no, it was a ski jump
Yeah.
Cool.
that they had there.
Really?
So that's kind of some cool local history, but that will be happening this winter. Like I said, it's a low intensity harvest. You might see one truck a day, maybe. Yeah. And there'll be regular trucks because tractor trailers, you can't get a tractor trailer in out of there. So I think that's what I have.
I should have written down one of them, but go ahead.
Yeah. Jeff was in so I have one more. Jeff was in last week, and we were talking about a couple of things, but one of the items that y'all saw was the picture of the old fire hydrant that's along the bike path.
Yep.
So I went out and looked at that, took some pictures, and of course went down the rabbit hole and investigated that. And amazingly, there are entire websites dedicated to the history of fire hydrants
Imagine that.
where they were made and how you know the time frame they were made in. And that one is not as old as it was made. It was made in probably in the early 1920s,
Yeah.
which was kind of interesting.
Okay, so it's not the 1800s like Jeff had on
No, if you look at the model, that you can look at the
Yeah.
model, and by the design, it tells you the
Oh,
time
that's cool.
frame.
Yep.
There may have been one there previous to that, but
Yeah.
That was the-
that particular one is from the early 20s.
the
And
Still 100 years.
Still
old.
100 years.
yeah, so I'm gonna work with Jeff, and I also want to reach out to the fire department because also, there's a color code system for each one of those.
Yeah, it's the pressure.
Yep,
Yeah.
the red means something, the white means
They
something.
they developed that in the last year or two, partly because that way when they hook up,
Right.
they know what kind of pressure.
So that
they're getting
system
out of
is,
the hydrants.
is nationwide, that
Yeah.
it should be this color if
Yep.
if it's this type of system, and then this color if it's a main line, and this color if it's,
Yeah.
whatever.
That's cool.
So I'm gonna work with them, and I'm gonna clean that up, get the rust off and repaint it. And then we'll put a sign, because it was part of the old Bristol aqueduct system.
Yeah.
and-
So if you open it, the water will still come out of it?
No, it's not hooked up to anything.
Okay, all right.
So
But,
what color do you paint them when they're dry?
Right, yeah.
That's a classic bag.
So if you look online, colors range everywhere from like neon orange to yellow to the traditional kind of red and
Yeah.
some
I've
blue.
seen blues and whites.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
funny, but I was gonna reach out to the fire department, just,
Yeah,
I'll
they
either
have-
match
they
what
have
we
it
currently
colored
have,
coded. Yep.
or if they have like something historical
Yeah.
that they wanna do, but I'm gonna do that at my own time and because I like those things, and then we'll have a sign, we'll do, because we've talked
Jeff
about
found
doing
some
more
more
signs along the history of the river.
Jeff did, I owe you that email still, but Jeff sent me another email the next day with
He
some other.
he copied me on
Okay,
that,
good.
and so I did get that. Yeah, it was interesting, the Bristol Aqueduct Company, and they had some kind of, near the upper dam, they had some kind of chlorinization
Yeah.
building,
Oh,
way back in the 30s and 40s.
yeah.
And he was saying how there was a lot of talk about how the increased use of the lake was gonna affect the water quality. Because that was the drinking
Yeah.
water, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
While
Cool
you're
beans.
on Millstream, I did talk a little bit to Victor about it and about the fence. He's recommending we don't, so we're having trouble getting the damage to the fence repaired down here. It's been almost a year. I'm gonna reach back out to the company again. For them to come do one panel is harder to
Yeah.
get them out here, but Victor's asking that we don't use that type of fence again, because they break really easy.
Yeah,
And so he said if we're gonna move that fence down closer to the river, he's recommending, it's in my notes, chain link, but black vinyl, and it's a 6 gauge, he said, and it's harder to break or bend or ruin. I'll make sure that was in my notes,
Okay.
what I'm saying is correct.
I mean-
He says it's a little
I
more expensive,
recoil
but
at
it lasts
that.
longer.
the
And-
chain link,
I was
but,
gonna say, like, what do we want from it, like,
Right.
like the aesthetic piece?
but there's a safety part too, because if you're gonna move it closer to the river, you don't,
Right.
you know, you don't want
Yeah.
kids climbing through it.
Yep.
And
Yeah, the colored chain link is nicer at least. It's not
Yeah.
just a silver fence down there.
Okay.
And he seemed to, he liked the idea as well of us looking at the park and doing things now. They will be starting on the bike path, they got the water flowing on the bike path, so that they can get it out,
Get it dried out a
there,
little bit.
dry
Yeah, I
out.
saw them pulling out of there
Yeah.
yesterday morning or to this morning, I can't remember.
Probably
Yesterday
both.
morning,
I
yeah.
don't, they cut it. So, they do have it flowing there, and then they'll be, I think they'll be starting that next week.
And so we think we figured out, Jeff thinks that the water is coming from that old aqueduct pipe,
Oh.
Oh.
section of the old aqueduct pipe that brought water from the lake.
Ah, see,
To the
which means your ability to dry it out is going to be little to none, because the way the water.
Right,
flows.
we just gotta get, we gotta get it underneath, right.
They
we
got
gotta
it
get-
flowing
Yeah.
underneath, but.
Yeah, so,
Basically diverted.
Yeah,
all right,
yeah.
very good, that's all I've got.
I have a couple
Yep.
Columbo items.
Okay.
Highway, Baton Road, they will be doing culvert, in the next, and I think it's gonna be within the next couple of weeks. It's a failed culvert. So that is on the priority list to get that done. That will shut down the road for, and we'll make sure that we advertise it and people know. I did text everybody and let them know, I believe, about Bristol Hill. We're not quite, we're still investigating, we got maps today, we think we figured out a little bit more, but, there is a culvert that has created a sinkhole that we believe is failing, we're not sure what type of culvert it is yet, we're getting closer.
It's an old box culvert, or it may
Yeah.
actually be part of the old canal system that they covered over.
That's what those maps are showing
There was a
today.
canal over there?
Yeah, there used to be,
Whoa.
yeah.
It was
Okay.
Most of it was filled
rerouted.
in over the years, but,
So there is potential, if that gets worse, that we are going to have to close Bristol Hill and divert traffic around Crescent Street until we can get, that's gonna be a substantial repair, and it may not be a repair the highway department can do, it may be a repair we have to,
it's gonna need a sizable pipe,
yeah.
and so, and a permit, yeah.
So we reached out, to DES already, and we started working with them on that process. So fingers crossed. I answered the question to the attorney on Beach Street, where they're working on easements right now. So that's still not moving anywhere just yet either, but they did talk with, Hiltz, and Hiltz said you gotta wait a little for things to dry out anyway.
I was gonna ask if
Yeah.
anyone had reached out to them to,
I
yeah.
talked with Brian Beasy.
Yep,
Beasy,
yep, yep.
So I haven't answered, I owe them an answer on a couple of questions, but I did talk to them and let them know that we have to wait until we can get those easements finished. And
Right.
I said, I just wanted to make sure I kept you in the loop, so
Okay, good.
I did talk to them.
Yeah.
Central Street, they've been going back and forth. There is a lot of discussion going on right now on the force main. I just got included on the last email. I think they've been I won't say bickering, but they've been disputing things back and forth among them, and then we're gonna have a meeting, it looks like sometime next week, hopefully,
Okay.
to discuss where we're at, so.
Do we have any feedback from the attorney?
I just got the contract downloaded last week on Friday, the full contract, so I resent that to him, and he is out of the office until yesterday,
Is
so.
it the signed version or just a blank copy?
It's a signed version, so. I also went to Central Street and met with the Hydro Group. I couldn't believe the mess on Central Street right now, it's awful. They are blocking the path with bricks,
Yeah.
so I talked to Jeff about that today. They did bend one of the posts, and I'll make sure that gets fixed. This rain, it's just running big rocks down the road. So I talked to Jeff about that today. It did put a swale into Hydro's parking. They didn't seem to care, but when I pulled in and stepped into it, I'm like, you should care. So I talked to the contractor about that as well, but it's a mess. Even the parking lot's a mess.
Yeah.
It's bad.
Very
So-
enamored. at the moment.
I'm gonna talk to the owner of so they're good now, we talked about it, I've given them, we don't have technically an easement, what it's called is a privilege and a right. So we have a permanent right to use it, and it does say for town of Bristol parking.
Yeah,
So we talked to them about it, I told them what we were willing to do, I think we're willing to block off the whole space for that driveway, and so trying to keep, we have words that say no parking, people don't always see those, so, and when you're parked on them and you get out of your car and walk off, you don't know. You should know not to block a gate, but, so we're gonna draw the paint lines, we probably won't do it this year, we'll probably do it next year, and they were fine with that. They did ask us if there's anything we can do to talk to the neighbor, because in the winter, they block their parking technically on Hydro in town, pulling 3 cars out, it makes it hard to clear the snow. So I said I'd be willing to talk to the manager who does it, or the owner, and I know both of them, so.
Yeah.
And see what I could do differently for them, but they seem to be, today's conversation went really well, I'm just disappointed at how bad
yeah.
it looks.
Yeah.
So I get why they were frustrated.
Can you send me the contact info for the new person?
So technically, the old person is still there.
He is, okay.
Yeah, the new person, so there was a mistake in what we were told. The new person I can send you, he is the manager for all of their New Hampshire. So.
Can you send me the contact for whoever, the older gentleman who I know of in that area, but I
Yeah.
don't know, I can't remember his name.
Yeah, Tom.
Yeah,
So, I didn't meet with Tom, but I did meet with the manager.
Yeah.
One of his major concerns is some of the violations that have been there. Their FERC, I can't tell you what FERC.
Federal Energy Regulatory Commission.
When they come do an inspection, they can lose their licensing based on our violations are affecting them. And I'm like, well, we need to keep our line of communication open.
Yeah.
One of the rules I offered that I haven't talked to the board yet, I told him, but I think that one of the things that should be down there is no campers. Campers take up too much room down there. Even if you're parking to go for a walk, it's just not a right place for campers. And they always block them. And it'll also solve another problem we're having, so.
Do you want to limit trailers altogether?
I think we probably should.
I was
There's
gonna
really
say,
no
whether it's
room
a camper
there.
or not, like, if that's the case, and then do we need to fix an ordinance?
We do, and I'm working on the lots to get
Okay.
names, titles, and an ordinance regulations with parking, but also for each lot.
But
with
then should we also
Chris.
consider the ability to write a ticket for violating ordinance, blah, blah, blah?
We have a parking ordinance right now, it definitely is gonna have to be updated, but it needs to be more specific to lots. It can't just be a general thing,
Yeah,
because each lot technically has its own rules in a
Right.
way, so that's what we're working on.
okay. All I'm saying is if somebody's doing something like that, when we fix the ordinance, we need to give the police the ability to enforce in a way
yeah.
that,
We do have a vehicle that's been never moved.
Yeah.
I'm gonna talk to Chris, there's gotta be something we've gotta be able to do about it. Has a flat tire, and it has a tire sitting next to it. It's been there for weeks, that tire sitting next to it. Somebody dropped off a bicycle, apparently it's been there for weeks. I get why they're frustrated if this stuff is happening, so, I'm gonna talk to Chris, there's gotta be something.
That vehicle's been there for months.
Yeah,
I don't know what constitutes an abandoned vehicle.
Right.
but
Yeah.
Chris would know one.
Was that the one that was parked on Central Street a couple years ago? Was it last year or the year before? I remember. There was a car parked with a flat tire in the street.
No, that was the Jeep.
That was the white Jeep.
Yeah.
The
the
other
white
Jeep,
Jeep.
the Wrangler.
Yeah,
Or
Does it have
Sahara.
current registration?
I don't know.
I didn't look today because it was pouring when I was there.
well, so then that's something to consider, like, if something.
I did take pictures.
If everything is, anything parked in those spots, maybe the ordinance needs to read something like, must have an active registration, can't be here more than 48 consecutive hours, but, you know, just whatever Chris says is the right thing to do there in that scenario.
And I did tell them when we got to the point where we were ready to, or closer to adopt something, I would share the rules that we are proposing
Yeah,
and with them and see if they were okay with it. And he thought that was a good idea too. He says, really, we'd like to know when you're gonna make changes. I'm like, well, we haven't really made changes,
Right.
although this looks like we did,
Right.
so, but.
I mean, I guess if you consider what we were just talking about for Avery Cross, right?
Right.
Like, you can't do overnight parking, you know, past 11 PM or whatever, right? Like, so how do we adopt something that makes sense for that area? You know, people probably do need to do overnight parking because of the number of apartments that are over there.
right.
Then how do we figure out sort of consecutive days?
So this is on the walkway.
So whatever that
I
means.
took other pictures, sorry.
But I think active registration is like, that should be an easy one. You're either
Okay,
legally on the road or,
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
Wow.
it is a Jeep, but it's not the same one.
No, it was a Jeep Wrangler before. I know that person.
Highway, I wrote down two more things. Highway department is having a lot of stuff break.
Yeah,
And Victor's a little concerned about the budget.
Yeah.
I said we would keep in communication. Today, this morning, the roadside mower blew up. That's what he said. I don't think it really blew up, but.
I know exactly what it means.
They've been trying to get the vacuum truck back up, and to pay the company is costing too much money, but they did get some training from the company, and they're getting the parts and they're going to fix it. The loader's been broken and they had to get it fixed.
So I stopped in there, can't remember what for. I was talking with Victor, and he was telling me how they have already saved probably 10 or 15 grand in repair costs by doing stuff in-house,
Yep.
because they have a very talented crew at the moment in terms of mechanical and welding and all that other stuff. So that's all very much appreciated. But yeah, no, they've had a run of bad luck with
Yeah.
stuff at the moment.
I do believe that Victor's going to come in to talk to you about a backhoe.
Yeah,
Because they've sunk a lot of money into this backhoe, and if he does, my suggestion is not to rotate this backhoe to transfer station either. I know that's what they were hoping for, but we're sinking too much money into it now. I don't think we should be keeping it then,
Yeah.
so, but, and I did talk to Chuck about this as well, and I talked to Victor
yeah, if we
about
can
it.
get a few thousand out of that, then that would help.
I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
just generically, it's not to say the highway shouldn't have it. A backhoe, it's definitely a functioning one. But again, we got two machines down there. I think if we were to talk about expanding, because that's what it would be, expanding that to keep it, they need to go through the process of, we need it for this many hours to do this many things at this many times. Like, there really needs to be a justification, because even when you keep it, and we say, okay, we're not gonna use it very much, we still are paying for maintenance, we're still paying for insurance. So I'm really glad to hear that we're looking at it and saying, you know what? this machine is, A, probably not the right machine to do that, but then B, they have other equipment. I know they need to pack dumpsters, there's no question that they don't need to do that. But having, it becomes a convenience question, not a,
Some,
you know,
Something
not a
did-
necessity question.
So there is an example, but it actually, when we talked about the department head meeting, we came up with another solution. So Victor's, the backhoe is down, can't pack the dumpsters. So Jeff's crew would have been, they've emailed Jeff and said, well, can you pack the dumpsters if we need it? So Jeff's crew did pack the dumpsters, then they had a problem and had to leave and take their backhoe with them. And more stuff was put into the metal dumpster and they came to pick it up and then take it over full. So the guys got in and pulled stuff out, which isn't safe, but they pulled stuff out so that he could take the dumpster. Victor and I, we were talking about it, and Victor ended up borrowing the state and packing the dumpsters with the state. So there is resolutions to it. I think it kind of is more convenience sake, but I don't think if we're putting this much money into it, this one now, we shouldn't keep it.
You know what solves all that problem? Rubber tired excavator.
And the backhoe?
Is it a rubber tire excavator way more money than a backhoe?
Yes.
Yes, but it's also much more versatile.
Is it really?
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, we still
Yeah,
need
the
the
blade.
we still need the backhoe for
Yeah.
sweeping and
yeah.
snow removal and plowing.
For what?
Snow removal and
The
sweeping.
first thing you said, sweeping?
Sweeping.
Well, that's the back truck does it, doesn't
No.
it? No?
No, not all,
It does that,
not all the back roads.
Not all of them, okay, yeah. I've learned a lot this week. I have no idea what I wrote something down about tracking and I don't know what that is, so
Okay.
we're gonna go on.
Columbo's gone.
All right, anything else?
Columbo's gone.
Columbo's gone because Columbo
No.
don't care.
All
I
right.
remember, Lollipop's not working.
Public comment.
That's Kojak.
Public, how are you?
I was a beach attendant the first summer. I
That's
was in
right.
Bristol, and I didn't go anywhere near those beaches for 3 years after that. That's a job that should be really laid back. That's often anything but. So I just want to say kudos to the people who are still doing it.
Yeah.
There you
It's
go.
a tough one.
Very good.
Both of my daughters were beach attendants, and they ran for the hills. When I said, "Are you coming back this summer?" No. I'm like, are you sure? No.
It was $10 an hour when I did it. So.
Oh, Cassandra did it 2 years.
A little
Let me
better.
rephrase.
Yeah.
Jamie only did it one, but Cassandra did it 2 years. So yours was only $10 an hour.
Yeah, it was 10 years ago.
Yeah,
Wow.
I do remember that. Yep.
All right.
Cool. I'll make a motion to adjourn.
second?
All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, everyone.
Giddy.